Top 25 Software Developer Interview Questions and Answers. In today's competitive tech landscape, preparing for a software developer interview is crucial. This video presents the top 25 questions frequently asked by employers, along with insightful answers to help candidates showcase their skills effectively. From coding challenges to behavioral inquiries, we will cover a diverse range of topics relevant to software development roles. By reviewing these questions and answers, viewers can enhance their interview readiness and boost their confidence. 1. What programming languages are you most proficient in? I am most proficient in JavaScript, Python, and Java. JavaScript is my go-to language for web development, especially for creating dynamic user interfaces with frameworks like React. Python is my favorite for data analysis and machine learning tasks due to its extensive libraries like Pandas and TensorFlow. Java, with its robust ecosystem, is my choice for developing enterprise-level applications. Each language serves distinct purposes in my projects, allowing me to tackle a wide range of challenges effectively. 2. Describe a challenging project you worked on and how you solved it. One challenging project involved developing a real-time data processing application for a financial firm. The complexity arose from integrating multiple data sources while ensuring minimal latency. I started by mapping out the data flow and identified bottlenecks in the existing architecture. To address these issues, I implemented a microservices approach, allowing each service to handle specific tasks independently. This not only improved performance but also made debugging easier. After thorough testing, we successfully deployed the application, leading to improved processing times and customer satisfaction. 3. How do you handle debugging and troubleshooting code? Debugging involves a systematic approach. Initially, I replicate the issue to understand its behavior. Then, I use logging and breakpoints to trace the code execution step by step. This helps identify where the problem arises. I analyze error messages and stack traces to gain insight into potential causes. Once I locate the bug, I modify the code and test it thoroughly to ensure the fix works. If the issue persists, I consult documentation and online resources or collaborate with peers for alternative perspectives. This iterative process helps me effectively resolve coding issues. 4. Explain the difference between SQL and NoSQL databases. SQL, structured query language, databases are relational and use a predefined schema to structure data into tables with rows and columns. They support ACID, atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability, properties, making them ideal for applications requiring complex queries and transactions, such as banking systems. In contrast, NoSQL databases are non-relational, allowing for a flexible schema and storing data in various formats like key-value pairs, documents, or graphs. They excel in handling large volumes of unstructured data and are better suited for applications needing scalability and faster read-write operations, like social media platforms. 5. What is your experience with version control systems like Git? I have extensive experience with Git, having used it in various projects to manage source code effectively. I regularly utilize branching and merging strategies, allowing my team and me to work on features independently while ensuring a clean integration process. Understanding how to resolve merge conflicts is crucial, and I have developed skills in using Git commands efficiently. Additionally, I appreciate the importance of commit messages and maintain a habit of writing clear, descriptive messages that provide context for changes made. This practice enhances collaboration and code traceability. 6. How do you ensure code quality and maintainability? Ensuring code quality and maintainability involves several best practices. First, I adhere to coding standards and style guides to promote consistency. Code reviews are integral, allowing team members to provide constructive feedback. Writing clear documentation helps future developers understand the codebase. I also prioritize writing modular and reusable code, which simplifies maintenance. Automated testing is key. I implement unit tests and integration tests to catch issues early. Regular refactoring is another essential practice, as it addresses technical debt and improves code structure without changing functionality. 7. Describe your approach to testing and writing unit tests. Testing is crucial in software development, ensuring code behaves as expected. My approach involves writing unit tests concurrently with code development, adhering to the test-driven development (TDD) methodology. Initially, I define clear requirements and expected outcomes for each unit. I then implement tests before developing the functionality, which helps identify issues early. Regularly running these tests during development ensures code reliability and simplifies future modifications. Automated testing in CI/CD pipelines further enhances efficiency. 8. What design patterns have you used in your projects? Design patterns play a crucial role in creating maintainable and scalable software. I've employed several patterns, including Singleton for managing shared resources, Factory for creating objects without specifying the exact class, and Observer for implementing event-driven architectures. For instance, while working on a messaging application, I used the MVC pattern to separate concerns effectively. This allowed for better maintainability and testing. By utilizing these design patterns, I enhanced code readability and streamlined collaboration within the development team. 9. How do you optimize application performance? Optimizing application performance involves several strategies. First, I analyze the application's bottlenecks using profiling tools to identify slow areas. Next, I focus on optimizing algorithms and data structures for efficiency. Caching frequently accessed data reduces loading times significantly. Additionally, minimizing HTTP requests and compressing resources can enhance load speed. Implementing lazy loading for images and assets also improves initial rendering. I ensure database queries are efficient by using indexing and avoiding unnecessary data retrieval. Regularly reviewing and refactoring code keeps it clean, maintainable, and fast. 10. Explain RESTful APIs and how you've worked with them. RESTful APIs, representational state transfer application programming interfaces, are web services that follow REST principles, utilizing standard HTTP methods like GET, POST, PUT, and delete. My experience with RESTful APIs includes designing and implementing them for various applications, enabling seamless data exchange. I've worked on integrating third-party APIs, ensuring proper authentication and data handling, and applying best practices like versioning and error handling to enhance usability and maintainability. 11. What is your experience with cloud platforms like AWS or Azure? I have extensive experience working with cloud platforms, particularly AWS and Azure. In AWS, I have utilized services such as EC2 for virtual servers, S3 for storage, and RDS for relational databases, enabling scalable solutions. On Azure, I have deployed applications using Azure App Service and utilized Azure Functions for serverless computing. Both platforms have allowed me to implement CI/CD pipelines, enhancing deployment efficiency. My experience also includes managing IAM roles and policies to ensure secure access and compliance with best practices. This proficiency enables me to leverage cloud technologies effectively in various projects. 12. How do you handle working in an Agile, Scrum environment? In an Agile, Scrum environment, I prioritize clear communication and collaboration within the team. I engage actively in daily stand-ups to discuss progress and blockers, ensuring transparency. I focus on delivering incremental value through sprint planning and review sessions, allowing for frequent feedback and adaptation. Embracing flexibility is key. I adjust tasks based on evolving requirements. Additionally, I value retrospectives as opportunities for continuous improvement, encouraging the team to reflect on processes and outcomes, which fosters a culture of learning and responsiveness. 13. Describe a time you had to refactor legacy code. Refactoring legacy code can be a daunting task, but I encountered a particularly challenging situation when working on a large e-commerce platform. The existing codebase was tightly coupled and lacked proper documentation, making it hard to implement new features. I began by identifying the most problematic areas through code reviews and profiling. I then created a set of unit tests to ensure functionality remained intact during the refactor. Gradually, I decoupled components, applied design patterns, and improved readability. This process not only enhanced maintainability but also streamlined the addition of new features, ultimately leading to a more agile development process. 14. What is your experience with CI/CD pipelines? Continuous integration, CI, and continuous deployment, CD, pipelines are vital for streamlining software development. I have implemented CI/CD pipelines using tools like Jenkins and GitLab CI, which automate testing and deployment processes. This practice allows for rapid feedback on code changes, ensuring early detection of issues. I configure automated tests that run with each code commit, and deployment can occur automatically to staging or production environments. This minimizes manual intervention, reduces human error, and speeds up delivery cycles, allowing teams to focus more on development and innovation. 15. How do you stay updated with new technologies? Staying updated with new technologies requires a proactive approach. I regularly read tech blogs, follow influential developers on social media, and participate in online forums. Attending webinars and tech conferences helps me gain insights into emerging trends and practices. I also engage in online courses and tutorials to deepen my understanding of specific tools or languages. Collaborating with peers and discussing new ideas fosters an environment of learning. Lastly, hands-on experimentation with new technologies through personal projects or contributions to open-source initiatives allows me to apply what I've learned effectively. 16. Explain the difference between synchronous and asynchronous programming. Synchronous programming occurs when tasks are executed one after another, meaning that each task must complete before the next one starts. This can lead to delays if a task takes a long time, as the program waits for it to finish before moving on. In contrast, asynchronous programming allows tasks to run concurrently. In this model, a task can start and then yield control back to the program, allowing other tasks to execute while waiting for the first task to complete. This leads to more efficient use of resources and improves responsiveness in applications, especially in I/O-bound operations. 17. What are microservices, and when would you use them? Microservices are an architectural style that structures an application as a collection of small, independently deployable services. Each service runs a unique process and communicates through well-defined interfaces, typically over HTTP or messaging queues. This approach allows for greater scalability and flexibility as each service can be developed, deployed, and scaled independently. You might use microservices when dealing with complex applications that require rapid development, frequent updates, or when different teams need to work on separate components without interfering with each other. 18. How do you handle security concerns in your applications? Handling security concerns in applications involves multiple layers of protection and proactive measures. First, I conduct regular security assessments to identify vulnerabilities. Implementing authentication and authorization mechanisms, such as OAuth or JWT, ensures that only authorized users can access sensitive data. I also validate and sanitize all user inputs to prevent SQL injection and cross-site scripting, XSS, attacks. Regularly updating dependencies and using tools for static code analysis helps detect potential security issues early. Training team members on security best practices is also crucial for maintaining a secure development environment. 19. Describe your experience with front-end frameworks like React or Angular. I have extensive experience with both React and Angular in developing dynamic web applications. With React, I appreciate its component-based architecture, which allows for reusable UI components and efficient updates through the virtual DOM. I've built several applications using React, implementing state management with tools like Redux. On the other hand, my work with Angular involved using its powerful features like two-way data binding and dependency injection. I enjoy leveraging Angular's CLI for rapid development and maintaining strong code organization. Each framework has its strengths, and I choose based on project requirements. 20. What's the difference between multithreading and multiprocessing? Multithreading involves the concurrent execution of multiple threads within a single process, sharing the same memory space. This allows for efficient resource utilization and quick context switching, making it ideal for tasks that require frequent communication and shared data. In contrast, multiprocessing runs multiple processes, each with its own memory space. This approach enhances fault tolerance and performance for CPU-intensive tasks, as it can leverage multiple CPU cores. While multithreading is suitable for I/O-bound tasks, multiprocessing is preferred for CPU-bound tasks due to its ability to bypass the global interpreter lock, GIL, in languages like Python. 21. How do you manage dependencies in a project? Managing dependencies in a project involves a structured approach to ensure that all required libraries and packages are accurately maintained. First, I utilize a dependency management tool like NPM for JavaScript or pip for Python to keep track of all dependencies. Regularly updating dependencies is essential, so I monitor for updates and security patches. Additionally, I employ tools that can analyze dependencies for vulnerabilities. This proactive management helps maintain project stability and security while reducing compatibility issues. 22. Explain the solid principles in object-oriented design. The solid principles are a set of 5 design guidelines aimed at making software more understandable, flexible, and maintainable. Single responsibility principle. A class should have one reason to change, meaning it should have only one job or responsibility. Open, closed principle. Software entities should be open for extension but closed for modification, allowing new functionality without altering existing code. Liskov substitution principle. Derived classes must be substitutable for their base classes without altering the correctness of the program. Interface segregation principle. Clients should not be forced to depend on interfaces they do not use. Smaller, specific interfaces are better than large, general-purpose ones. Dependency inversion principle. High-level modules should not depend on low-level modules. Both should depend on abstractions, promoting loose coupling. Applying these principles helps create code that is easier to manage and extend. 23. What's your approach to handling technical debt? Handling technical debt involves a strategic balance between immediate project needs and long-term sustainability. I prioritize identifying areas of debt during regular code reviews, assessing their impact on performance and maintainability. Collaborating with the team, I categorize debt into urgent and non-urgent items. Urgent debts are addressed immediately, while non-urgent ones are scheduled for future sprints. Keeping an open line of communication with stakeholders ensures they understand the implications of technical debt, allowing for informed decisions about resource allocation and project timelines. This proactive approach helps maintain a clean and manageable codebase. 24. Describe a time you had to collaborate with a difficult team member. Collaborating with a difficult team member can be challenging but also an opportunity for growth. In one project, I worked with a colleague who often dismissed others' ideas and preferred to dominate discussions. To address this, I initiated a private conversation where I expressed my concerns using I statements to avoid sounding accusatory. We established a mutual understanding of our goals and agreed to create a more inclusive environment for team meetings. By actively listening and encouraging input from everyone, I noticed a shift in our dynamics and ultimately improved our project outcomes. 25. How do you prioritize tasks when working on multiple projects? When managing multiple projects, I start by assessing the urgency and importance of each task. I often use a prioritization matrix, categorizing tasks based on deadlines and overall impact. Communication with stakeholders is crucial. I ensure alignment with their expectations and clarify priorities. Time blocking techniques help me allocate focused work periods to high-priority tasks while allowing flexibility for unexpected issues. Regularly reviewing progress and adjusting priorities as needed ensures that I stay on track and meet project goals efficiently. I also emphasize collaboration, allowing team insights to inform prioritization. Thank you for joining us as we explored the top 25 software developer interview questions and answers. Mastering these questions can significantly boost your confidence and readiness for upcoming interviews. Remember, preparation is key in showcasing your skills and knowledge effectively. We hope this guide has equipped you with valuable insights to excel in your job search. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more content on software development and career tips. Good luck on your journey to becoming a successful software developer.